No, consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, Shiva. The pilgrimage of remembrance through which you become pure from impure is the main thing. There is nothing physical about this. What is Baba talking about by saying physical things? You don't have to block your ears or nose. The main thing is to consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. You have developed the habit of body consciousness over half a cycle. When you first consider yourselves to be a soul, you will then be able to remember the Father. Who am I? I am a divine light. Soul. On the path of devotion too, people have been calling out, Baba, Baba. You children know that you only have one Father, a physical Father, in the golden age. There, no one remembers the Father from beyond because they are happy there. Then on the path of devotion, you have two fathers, physical and spiritual. Everyone remembers the Father from beyond at a time of sorrow. There is no devotion in the golden age. There you experience the reward of this knowledge. It isn't that you have this knowledge. There, you simply receive the reward of this knowledge that you study at this time. The Father only comes once. For half a cycle, you have the inheritance of happiness that you receive from the unlimited Father. Then you receive temporary inheritances from your physical fathers. Human beings can't explain this. This is something new. The Father only comes once in 5,000 years at the confluence age, when it is the confluence of the end of the Iron Age and the beginning of the Golden Age. The Father comes to establish a new world once again. It was the kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan in the new world, and it was then the kingdom of Rama in the Silver Age. All the pictures of the deities that have been created are the paraphernalia on the path of devotion. There are so many pictures in every religion. And Baba says, now you forget all of that. Now remember your home and the new world. So just remember two things. So the home is peaceful and the new world is full of happiness. So you remember just this two. Forget everything else. The path of this knowledge is the path of understanding. On this path, you become sensible for 21 births. So what is the sign of being sensible? We are not sensible in the Iron Age. This is the path of understanding. On this path, you become sensible for 21 births. There is no sorrow there. No one in the golden age says that he wants peace. There is a saying, it is better to die than to ask for anything. The Father makes you into such wealthy deities that you don't need to ask God for anything. Here, people ask for blessings. So many people go to receive blessings when the Pope, etc. comes. The Pope performs a wedding ceremony for so many people. Baba doesn't do those things. Whatever happened in the past on the path of devotion, it is now happening again and will repeat. Day by day, Bharat is falling so much. You are now at the confluence age and everyone else is in the iron age. Until they come here, they will not be able to understand whether it is now the confluence age or the iron age. In the same family, the children might believe themselves to be at the confluence age, whereas the father might say that he is in the iron age. There is then so much difficulty. There is so much complication over food and drink. So one is BK, one is not BK. Then there is so much complication. You who belong to the confluence age are those who eat pure food. Deities never eat onions, etc. Deities are called voiceless. Everyone on the path of devotion has become Tamopradhan. The Father says, now become Satopradhan. No one understands that souls are Satopradhan at first and that they have now become Tamopradhan because they consider souls to be immune to the effect of action. They say that each soul is the supreme soul. The Father says, only I am the ocean of knowledge. Everyone who belongs to this deity religion will come and claim their inheritance once again. The sapling is now being planted. You can understand when someone is not worthy of claiming a high status. Some return home, get married, and continue to become dirty. It is then explained that they cannot claim a high status. A kingdom is being established. The Father asks, I am making you into the kings of kings. Therefore, subjects would surely have to be created. How else would you attain a kingdom? These words are in the Gita. This is called the age of the Gita. You are studying Raj Yoga. So Baba first said sapling is being planted, and now Baba is saying you are studying Raj Yoga. You know that the foundation of the original eternal deity religion is being laid. The Sun dynasty and Moon dynasty kingdoms are being established. The Brahmin clan has been established, and it is Brahmins who will then become part of the Sun and Moon dynasties. How do they become that? Those who make effort very well will become part of the Sun dynasty. Other founders of religions simply come to establish their own religion. Then later, the souls of that religion continue to follow them down as their religion continues to expand. For instance, the seed of the Christian religion is Christ. Who is your seed? Who is our seed? The Father, because He comes and establishes heaven through Brahma. Brahma is called the father of people. He is not called the creator. So, Brahma is called the father of people. He is not called the creator. Children are adopted through him. Brahma too is created, is he not? The Father comes and enters him and creates him. Shiv Baba says, "You are my children." Brahma says, "You are my corporeal children. You have become dirty and ugly. You have now become Brahmins. It is at this confluence age that you make effort to become the most elevated deities." So which effort do you make? To become soul conscious. So you have that awareness that you are soul conscious. Deities. Deities and Shudras don't have to make this effort. You Brahmins have to make effort in order to become deities. The Father only comes at a confluence age. This age is very short, which is why it is called a leap age. No one knows this. The Father also has to make effort. It isn't that the new world is created instantly. So Baba also has to make effort. It takes time for you to become deities. Those who perform good actions take birth in a good home. You are now becoming beautiful number-wise according to the efforts you make. So we become deities, we become the one of Sun dynasty. You are now becoming beautiful number-wise according to the efforts you make. It is souls that become this. You souls are now learning to perform good actions. Souls carry their good and bad sanskars with them. You are now becoming beautiful flowers, and you will then continue to take birth in good homes. Those who make good effort here will definitely take birth in good homes. After all, it is number wise. You take birth according to the acts you perform. When there are no longer those who perform bad acts, heaven will be established. The selection will have taken place. Everyone who is Tamo Pradhan will be destroyed, and the new deities will then begin to come down. After all, the corrupt ones have been destroyed. It is then that Sri Krishna takes birth. Until then, there continues to be changed. Sri Krishna will come when no one dirty remains. Until then, they will continue to come and go. Baba is giving the reason. Sri Krishna's parents will be needed in advance to receive them. At that time, only good ones will remain. Everyone else will have left. So Krishna, Brahma Baba did so much service, and that is why his name is glorified. Only then will it be called heaven. Only you who receive Sri Krishna will remain. You will have taken birth through poison, because this is still Ravan's kingdom. They can't have pure births. Only Sri Krishna can take the first pure birth. After that, the world is called a new world of paradise. Sri Krishna will come into that completely beautiful new world. Ravan's community will have been completely destroyed. Sri Krishna's name is much more famous than those of his parents, because he did lot of effort, he did lot of service. The name of Sri Krishna's parents are not that well known. Do you know the name of his Sri Krishna's parents? No one knows it. See? The name of Sri Krishna's parents are Devaki and Vasudev. But their names are not that famous. They only show them on the day of Janmashtami. Otherwise, all the praise and the worship is of Krishna. Those who take birth before Sri Krishna do not take birth through the power of yoga. It isn't that Sri Krishna's parents take birth through the power of yoga. No. If it were like that, their names would also be well known. This proves that Sri Krishna's parents did not make as much effort as Sri Krishna did. Now we don't know who are his parents. Dadi Janki used to say, I know who are Sri Krishna's parents. I told her, okay, tell me. Dadi Janki said, no, I wouldn't tell you. You will continue to understand. So, Sri Krishna's parents did not make as much effort as Sri Krishna did, and that is why their names are not that well known. Sri Krishna did lot of effort in the confluence age to make his drishti attitude pure. You will continue to understand these things more as you make further progress. Only Radhe and Krishna have the full karmatit stage. They are the ones who go into salvation first. They take birth when all the sinful souls no longer remain. It is then called a pure world. This is why Sri Krishna's name is well known. His parents' names are not very well known. As you make further progress, you will have many visions. There is still time left. You can explain to anyone. This is what we are studying to become. Their kingdom is now being established in the new world. The new world is needed for us. As yet you are not called the deity community. You are Brahmin community. You are going to become deities. When the deity community is created, both you, the souls, and your bodies will be pure. When the deity community is created, both you, the souls, and your bodies will be pure. At the moment, you are at the confluence age and becoming the most elevated ones. So all of this is a matter of making effort. You have to conquer performing sinful acts by having remembrance. You yourselves say that you repeatedly forget to have remembrance. When Brahma Baba is sharing his experience, when Baba goes on a picnic, he thinks, what would Baba say if I don't stay in remembrance? This is why Baba says, stay in remembrance even while you are on a picnic. Remember the beloved while doing everything, and your sins will be absolved. Effort lies in this. You souls will become pure by having this remembrance, and you will accumulate the imperishable wealth of this knowledge. Those who churn, so the whole day you can churn this knowledge. The soul will become pure and you will accumulate the imperishable wealth of this knowledge. When someone then becomes impure, all the knowledge he has flows away. Purity is the main thing. The Father explains very good aspects. No one else has this knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the world. All other spiritual gatherings, etc., belong to the path of devotion. There are so many satsang in Bharat, big gathering, many motivational speakers. What are all that? That is all devotion. Baba has explained that, in fact, only those who belong to the household part should do devotion. You have so much strength. You receive happiness while sitting at home. You receive so much strength from the Almighty Authority Father. Sannyasis also used to have strength when they lived in forests. Now that they have built such big flats for themselves to live in, they no longer have that strength. So even sannyasis have big ashrams now. So who would go to jungle to give them food? And that is why they live in cities and they have no strength. You originally had the strength of happiness, but it then disappeared. Similarly, they initially had the power of peace, but they no longer have that. Earlier, they used to tell the truth when they said that they don't know the Creator or creation. Now they call themselves God. They say Shivoham. The Father explains at this time, the whole tree is Tamo Pradhan, and this is why I have come to uplift even the sages and holy men. This world has to change. All souls will return home. Not a single soul knows that an imperishable part is recorded in each soul, and that it then has to repeat. Souls are so tiny, and the imperishable parts that are recorded in them are never destroyed. A very pure intellect is needed to understand this. So you need very good intellect and pure intellect. This will only happen when you remain intoxicated on the pilgrimage of remembrance. You cannot receive a status without making effort. It is remembered, if you climb up, you can taste the sweetness of the nectar of heaven, but there is such a vast difference between being a double-crowned king of all kings and being part of the subjects. There is only the one who teaches everyone. You must understand this very well. Baba repeatedly explains that the pilgrimage of remembrance is the main thing. I teach you in order to make you into the masters of the world. Therefore, the teacher is also the guru. The Father is the teacher of all teachers and the Father of all fathers. You children know that your Baba is very lovely. You have to remember that Father a great deal. You also have to study properly. So let's remember Baba for 30 seconds. Baba is so lovely and sweet. Let's remember Baba for 30 seconds. Let's go to Baba and let's feel Baba's love. Shanti. If you don't remember the Father, your sins can't be absolved. The Father will take all souls back home with Him. All the bodies will be destroyed, and the souls will return home and reside in their own sections according to their religions. Acha. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bab Dada. The spiritual Father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, and we spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual Father. Essence for Dharana. First point. In order to make your intellect pure, remain intoxicated on the pilgrimage of remembrance. Only by remembering the one beloved while doing everything will you become conqueror of performing sinful acts. Second point, make effort in this short age to change from an ordinary human into a deity. Perform good actions and imbibe good sanskars, and you will go into a good family. Blessing. May you do the service of transforming the atmosphere with your spiritual lights and easily become an embodiment of success. Explanation. In the physical world, whichever color lighting you use, the atmosphere accordingly becomes like that. If it is green lighting, there is then green light everywhere. When you use red lighting, it creates an atmosphere of remembrance. Since physical lights are able to transform the atmosphere, then you, as a lighthouse, with your light of purity and happiness, can do the service of transforming the atmosphere and thereby become an embodiment of success. Physical lights are seen with the eyes, whereas spiritual lights will be known by experiencing them. Slogan. To waste your time and thoughts in wasteful matters is impurity. To waste your time and thoughts in wasteful matters is impurity. Awake signal. Experiment on yourself and others with your mind with the powers of yoga. To experiment with yoga is to be able to spend very little of any treasure and yet have great attainment with it. Experiment with the method of laboring and having greater success. Just as time and thoughts are elevated treasures, so have fewer thoughts and yet experience greater attainment. Ordinary people would attain success in something after thinking about it for 2 to 4 minutes, whereas you would be able to attain that in 1 or 2 seconds. This is known as greater glorification through less expenditure. Spend less and have 100% attainment, and use whatever time and thoughts you have with this method in serving others, giving donations, and performing charity. This is how you experiment with yoga. Om Shanti. So, what is the practice of today's Murli? Soul conscious stage. And the treasure of thoughts and time should be utilized properly. Don't waste it, otherwise, it's impurity. So, you get the rays of light, of peace, happiness, purity from Baba, and spread the whole world. And the fourth point is greater glorification through less expenditure. Om Shanti. So Jyoti Behan from Mira Society Subzone has left the body. She was 43 years old and she was in knowledge for 43 years and surrendered for 23 years. And she was not well for some days and she left the body. Now we'll remember Baba and give Sakash to the departed soul.